Good morning, everyone. True Zero Emissions here with an update on the headlight for the Wolf King GTR. So what we have here is I just checked the voltage for the headlights, and I could be wrong, but I was quite surprised to see that where the headlights plug in, and this is the headlight plug right here. Okay, that's the headlight plug right there. Okay, that goes down and it comes around here. Okay, and I know it's the one because when I unplugged it, the lights didn't turn on. So that's definitely the one, and I followed it carefully. When I checked the voltage, because the scooter's on right now, see, I turned the lights on. This is the regular LED lighting, not the one that I added. That's not connected yet. But when I look at the power coming out of that plug going to the lights, to the headlights, I see the same. I see a 82 volts coming through there, which is approximately 1 volt less than the battery voltage is reading right now. So wow, that's a lot of power. Now I know we're not going to see a lot of current going through there. We're not going to see a lot of amperage, right? But that makes sense why these lights are so bright. They have 82 volts going to them. 82 volts going to those lights. Now I don't know what's inside there, and I am interested in opening those up and seeing what's inside there, seeing if there's something reducing that voltage down to a lower voltage. But wow, 82 volts. Now one of those things light the whole street up. I mean, even on the low setting, everyone says, oh, it's so bright. But I'm really happy with that brightness because I can see well. And it's necessary when it's really dark out. So let's see, that tells me, what I'm thinking now is I could tap into this line and power my step down DC to DC step down. I don't know if I'd call it a transformer. I'll call it a transformer for the moment. I don't have all the correct terminology and words. Just like I don't know the names of tools, but I can take things apart and put them back together and they work. But I can run a wire going to my step down DC to DC step down transformer, and step that voltage down to step it down to 24 volts, right? So I would adjust this on the output. I would adjust it right here. I'll show you where the adjustment is. It's this blue. Actually, it's right here on the side. It's this blue part right here. You see this part, the blue, and there's a screw there. See that little gold screw right there? I don't know if you call it a brass color or copper color, probably brass. That screw, when I turn that screw, it will lower or increase the voltage. And in this case, lower. I want to lower the voltage, and I can lower that voltage from 82 volts, right? 82 volts, and lower it down to 24 volts. One thing I don't know is as the battery voltage goes down, does this voltage go down as well? And then what does this voltage do? So if this is if this is 82 volts going in, if it's 82 volts going in, and I set it to 24 volts on the output, well, when the input voltage, if it goes down, let's say it goes down by 10 or 15 volts as the battery goes down in charge, will this output be different than 24 volts? I'm curious about that too. I'll have to measure it and test it to see. But the main thing is do the lights work? The lights I added here, these are Tinys LED lights, TINYS LEDs, and these are the white color 6500 Kelvin, and this has the 3M adhesive on the back. If you don't ask for the adhesive, then you're not going to have any way of sticking it on there unless you use something that you have for yourself. So it's important to ask for the adhesive, the 3M adhesive on the back. I specifically asked for that in a note to the on the website when I placed the order, and I had a lot of help with that order because I didn't know what I was doing and I was learning this for the first time. So I want to thank Craig and everyone that helped me with this. And it was a long-term project of educating me on what to do here, and also this part here. Another gentleman helped me with which one of these to get, and I've been putting after the video, when I'm loading the video, it appears that I'm not able to put the update the description and add a link to this when it's uploading. But once it is uploaded, I can come back later and add this, and that's what I've been doing. So I'll do that again in this video. I'll add this, I think it's called a buck converter, B-U-C-K, but I'm going to call it a DC to DC step-down transformer, even if that may not be the correct words. Apologies for that. But yeah, this is what I'm going to use. So it looks like this is a good way to do it, because I like the idea of being able to turn on the headlights, and it actually turned my light on too. Now I could, my light being the one I added, now I could make this separate, so when the lights are off, I could just power this light by itself. At this time right now, I don't see a need to do that though. I like the idea of all the lights being on at once. Visibility is important, and what I mean is not just to be seen, but to also see. I like to see the ground. I want to study the ground, and that's what we do when we ride. We got to study the terrain. That's what I was taught. What's the conditions? What are the conditions? What are the ride conditions? Is there dirt on the ground? Is there loose pebbles? Is there loose rock? And then this helps reduce injury, reduce accidents, and reduce falling. But also being familiar with the scooter, right? I plan to get cones and place cones down, just like the police officers do on their motorcycles, where they have those courses they do. I'm going to do the same thing with the scooter. Exact same thing. In fact, I'd like to take this on a police track if I was able to. I'll look into that. If I can do that, I will, but I don't know if that'll be allowed. But I can at least try to replicate some kind of course where I can practice on the scooter. Even though I've been riding since I could walk, riding, motorcycles and everything. Scooter, we always have to treat what we're riding with absolute respect and treat it new, right? It's the same thing with relationships, friendships, relationships. We always got to treat it brand new. We don't want to use the past against the present, right? We have to look at it at every moment as a brand new moment and allow for the greatest potential of goodness to flow from that space, right? This is philosophical. There's a philosophy to life, right? We all have different ways of relating to life and creativity and our projects and the things we enjoy doing. But I do think it's important. I mean, it's important to me, and I'm just sharing how important it is to me to have, to be careful and to be able to share with you that I'm careful on the scooter. I'm as careful as I can be, and kind of like share some of that philosophy of how I relate to the scooter and relate to life with you. I want to share that with you. So I want to thank all of you for sharing the way you relate to life and your creativity and making videos and creating comments that are helpful and positive. I mean, there's so much positivity out there. There's so much creativity out there. I just want to thank you all. See you soon in the next video. Bye, everyone.